Yeah, Bill, and countries here in the Gulf like the UAE find themselves at a bit of a standstill. They were able to convince the U.S. to hold off on that planned attack of Iran in favor of negotiations. But if a deal isn't somehow struck, President Trump says that he has ordered the U.S. forces to be on standby and to be ready to respond. He says Iran now has essentially 2 or 3 days to reach a deal to end this war. In response, Iran has issued a new warning, saying, quote, if the aggression against Iran is repeated, the regional war that was promised will this time go beyond the borders of the region, and you will be dealt crushing blows in places you do not expect, and you will fall into the abyss of defeat and destruction. The IRGC is now reportedly even teaching civilians how to use assault rifles as they prepare for the possibility of a return to war.
I'm here to learn how to use a gun so that if a war starts, I can use a gun and do something. This is necessary for all of our people to get trained because we are in a war situation these days. If necessary, everyone should be available and know how to use a gun.
As talks continue, Gulf Arab states are now becoming more entangled in the conflict. The UAE confirmed its air defenses intercepted 6 drones, all launched from Iraqi territory. One recent drone attack even managed to reach the country's nuclear power plant. Emirati officials told the UN Security Council the incident is a dangerous escalation.
The region cannot continue to be pulled toward deeper instability by terrorists and extremists, threatening civilians, critical infrastructure, international shipping, and now nuclear safety. The Security Council must ensure that such attacks do not continue with impunity.
Now, we're also tracking some reports that 2 Chinese vessels and 1 South Korean vessel are trying to get through the Strait of Hormuz, even though if that happens, they're going to have to get through that U.S. blockade that is still in place. Bill.
All right, Jeff, thanks. Jeff Paul, Dubai, reporting today. Thank you. Dana.
Let's go to Rich Edson. He's live at the White House. Hi, Rich.
Hi, good morning, Dana. Well, President Trump is on his way to Connecticut right now, the Coast Guard Academy, to speak at the commencement there just a short while from now. Meanwhile, in the Middle East, a very tense ceasefire. The president says that he held off on renewing military attacks against Iran because there are serious ongoing negotiations, but that he has instructed the Pentagon to prepare for a full, large-scale assault on Iran on a moment's notice. Speaking to reporters just now, the president says he is not in a hurry. Israeli media reports the president and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu spoke recently on the phone, and that Netanyahu doubts Iran will agree to an acceptable deal and that he wants to return to striking Iran. The president says Israel is following his directions.
He'll do whatever I want him to do. He's a very good man. He'll do whatever I want him to do, and he's a great guy. To me, he's a great guy. Don't forget, he was a wartime prime minister, and he's not treated right in Israel, in my opinion.
Iran has bottled up shipping traffic at the Strait of Hormuz and is long known for dragging out negotiations, especially over its nuclear program. President Obama reached an agreement in 2015. President Trump withdrew from that deal in 2018. This week, a handful of Republicans joined Democrats to advance a measure to force the president to secure congressional authorization before continuing the conflict with Iran. Republican Senator Bill Cassidy, who the president worked to unseat in this week's Republican primary in Louisiana, switched his vote to help Democrats pass their measure. The House is expected to vote on its version soon. Dana?
Rich Edson, thank you so much.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.